What was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And New York looking at who they've got. Chris Paul is out there with Jordan. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Robinson. And it's Carter in the small forward spot. Now here's Paul. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Carter. A follow-up jam.
That's a big-time putback. What a great motor this guy plays with.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder than that guy.
Boy, I love seeing that extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, and night in and night out, that's exactly what he gives you.
Toronto with the ball, following the score by Vince Carter. The kick out to Wilkins. No one near him. And another basket for Toronto.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
New York calls timeout.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
A different look for New York. Durant comes in for Robinson. And it's LeBron in for Chris Paul. Durant sets a screen for James. Used the screen and took it all the way.
Well, that's a solidly executed pick play. I mean, it paid dividends with that nice dunk.
Exactly the result they were looking for.
Yeah, it worked so well. I mean, he got set, did not shuffle his feet. Really well done there offensively.
And here is James after Paul George getting his three to go. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Carter with a screen on George. And Durant gets double teamed. And so it's New York with it. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Archibald. Misses the three.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Carter kicks to LeBron. Fast break Toronto. Pushing it up. Here's Wilkins. Good work defensively by Carter. Inside. Excellent D there from George.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Jordan. He has 7. Goes back up. Paul George grabs the miss. Kobe with it. He's picked up by James. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Nice jump shot. Good. Kobe's got 9.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
James, the pass to Carter. Durant sets a screen for Carter. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in. Carter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
A different look for New York.
Substitution on the bench.
Here's Kobe. Again, the miss by Kobe.
Defensive foul. Nate Archibald. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
1:29 left in the third quarter.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Wilkins. And again, no good by Toronto.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
New York shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, he could have done a little better on that trip to the foul line, but he was able to tie this game up.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Still next ball.
1:07 left here in the third quarter. Now here's Hardaway. Tight defense on him. The shot by Butler, nobody around. New York, no good that time either. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
Butler on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway's got his fourth assist in this one.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Oh, how about that basketball fan?
Beautiful.
Wow.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And so here's Toronto. Jacks up a three. The shot no good. Now here's Young. Outside Hardaway. 2 on the clock. Rejected by Cousins. Third quarter comes to a close and a battle brings it to a tie. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Here's Trevor Gibbs. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Get an attitude. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot.
Here's Toronto now. So for Toronto right now, we've got Paul. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Paul George. And there's Bryant. And it's Rose in at the 2 guard. Carter drives in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
Vince Carter hits them both. Toronto trailing. Rose attacking. Cousins with a screen on Paul. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on David Robinson. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over
No, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
Griffin just having a terrific game. 9 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well, and battling hard for every rebound.
Paul dishes to Griffin. That's good. And New York leads by 1. There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Yeah, 6 lead changes so far. So which team can come up with that big play you're talking about, Clark? That's going to be interesting.
New York calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Kevin Durant's checked in for Robinson. Jefferson's checked in for Toronto. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
Rose goes in from the high post. No good. Good D by Jordan.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Paul against Paul. Carter with the three.
They haven't had as much success here in the second half from the three-point line, but that hasn't kept them from staying on the lead. They've missed more three-pointers this half, but they're still in good shape.
Bryant gets a wide open look, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. There's the lob to the hoop, and the dunk by Jordan.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Paul with the ball. Jefferson picks him up. And it's good. And it's a 7-point New York lead.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead. I don't like throwing up long-range threes at this point. You've got to get better looks to try to close this gap. Really nice possession there. Their focus has never wavered as this game has unfolded.
And with time running down here in the fourth, they may need to add only a few more points to their lead to put it away. Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Outside for Durant. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Durant's got the lead up to 9 now for New York.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
And it's Paul penetrating. Here's Jordan. Here's Griffin. No good. Now Toronto takes it the other way.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
And George kicks to Kobe. Tries again. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
New York leading by 4. Griffin a screen on Bryant. Paul passes to Carter. Back to Paul. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. He feeds it to Griffin. Just 3 to shoot.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
Rose, no good. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Carter dishes to Griffin. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Here's Rose. Great touch on the 16-footer.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Now here's Jordan. Over to the wing. So it's New York picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.